Earlier this year, President Trump announced the termination of temporary protective status that will affect thousands of people from El Salvador, Haiti, and most recently, Liberia. I'm Fernando Dubove. I'm an immigration attorney, and today I want to talk to you on what y'all can do, those of you who have temporary protective status, whose program is going to end soon, and including Hondurans who, if President Trump continues what he's doing, will also lose their TPS protection in about a year or two. A lot of people are scared over what they need to do now in anticipation. The reality is, most of the people who have temporary protective status do not need to worry anytime soon about them being arrested or placed in deportation proceedings. Roughly, there are two categories of people who have temporary protective status. One group are people who never got caught by immigration. People who came into the United States illegally, never got caught by immigration, then when the program was announced for TPS, took advantage of the program, filed for TPS, and have received the benefits of TPS from then on. Those are people who have never been in deportation proceedings and have never seen an immigration judge or been detained by immigration. For those people, there's really not a lot to worry about right now. Just even with the termination of TPS, those people still have the protections to right to go to an immigration judge, all the due process rights that are normally provided to other people. So that in a worst case scenario, if your TPS is terminated at the end of September 2019 for Salvadorians, or if he decides the same thing for Honduras, those people who have never been in deportation proceedings will still have a right to see an immigration judge, go before an immigration court, perhaps apply based on the 10 years. Perhaps by now they're married and their U.S. citizen wife is filing for them. Perhaps by now they have a 21-year-old U.S. citizen son or daughter that can petition for them. My point is, if you have TPS, but you have never been caught by immigration or put in deportation proceedings, you will still have a lot of remedies and a lot of rights to go see an immigration judge and apply for other relief that you may not have taken advantage of before. For these folks, the only thing I can say is relax, don't worry, and let's see with time what Congress and the President does for people who are going to lose TPS. There is a third category of people with TPS that do need to be worried. Some people were caught in the United States and were put in removal proceedings. They were released by immigration but told to go to a future court date. People who did not go, who were caught by immigration and failed to go to that court date, or maybe went to that court date and then subsequently appealed their case, lost the appeal, or maybe went to the first court date and not the second, those people have a very good chance of already having a deportation order, a removal order for failing to appear in the immigration court. Those people are protected by TPS. They cannot be deported even with a deportation order because TPS protects them. But when TPS expires, those people lose the protection against that deportation order that exists. And the deportation order still exists. My point is this. If you got caught by immigration and were later released and you failed to go to court and then you got the benefit of TPS, or maybe you got caught by immigration release and you did go to court, you appealed and you lost your case, or your case was administratively closed by an immigration judge, you will be put back in removal proceedings. If you already have a deportation order, you will not be put in your deportation proceedings. Immigration will exercise that deportation order they have against you for failing to appear in court or for losing your appeal. Now the good news is, we still have over a year before TPS expires for Salvadorans, and President Trump still hasn't made the announcement of Honduras, though. If he's trending that direction, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't then terminate TPS for Hondurans. So for these folks, you still have a year and a half to prepare to try to reopen your deportation case, withdraw the deportation order, so that when TPS does expire, you're not exposed to immediate deportation because of the outstanding deportation order. Folks with deportation orders do not have the same benefits and rights once TPS is lost as to people who never had a deportation order and lose TPS. Those people still have the rights to a hearing to see an immigration judge. Folks who failed to go to court do not have those rights. So it's urgent for people who were caught by immigration and failed to go to immigration court to contact an immigration lawyer and begin the process now to try to reopen and get rid of outstanding deportation order. My name is Fernando Dubove. I'm an immigration attorney, and for over 20 years I have defended people in removal proceedings and helped them get their residency. There's a lot of misconceptions, a lot of fear out there in the community. The most important thing you can do is to be informed and recognize what your rights are and how to prepare. If you have any questions about TPS or any other immigration questions, please call our office. We're at 214-948-7571, and we're here to serve you. Thank you.